Hello, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Hope you had an amazing week. I'm excited to get into our readings today. So let me just get those cards over here and make sure, get my desktop all set up here and make sure we are really live. Just check one real quick thing. There we are. Yep, YouTube says we are live, so it must be true. Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome. All right. Well, before we get started, as always, let's bring some love into these readings, into this moment, into our lives to help us raise our love vibration, and then let us fill up and have it flow out to the world. So we'll start off by coming back to right here, right now, by taking big, deep breath, holding it for as long as feels comfortable, and then releasing it. And then we'll bring in the singing bowl as well. So let's take a big, deep breath. Beautiful. Then we have our singing bowl, which as I hit it 3 times, just each time allow that to be an indication or a spark of letting that eternal unconditional love energy come down and fill us up like the singing bowl, and then it flows out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. She's singing away today. Just put it back here on our little shelf. All right. Hello. So, welcome everyone, all of you, my returning family members, my tribe members, all of you lovely people. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We have a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, so welcome. And just a quick skinny on how the free readings work. I do go down in order through the chat. First come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And if all you have to do is put your question out there, if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading, and then we'll pull cards and whatever spirit wants to bring through for your situation. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those, and I step out of the free readings. I dive deeper into those readings too. Free readings are usually 1 to 2 cards, but those I dive deeper and get more detail. So if you're interested in that, you can use the super chat down below or in the description box of the video. I do have my Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and Square. And whatever dollar amount you want to give is perfect. I know everyone's finances vary person to person, day to day, country to country, rate of exchange, cost of living, all that. so I know, when you give from your heart, that's the perfect amount. What else? What else? Oh, tomorrow, let me post this here. The first Saturday of each new month. Whoops, there it is. I YouTube gives me 10 of my Zen Cricket YouTube channel memberships to give away. So I'll give 5 away in the morning session and 5 away in the evening session tomorrow. So if you want to be included in the drawing to see if you win, make sure to have your YouTube gifting option set to yes, which that video talks about how to make sure you have that set to yes. Um, yeah, and all I do is push a little button. Spirit and YouTube decide who wins, but you get a month free membership. If you're interested in one of my YouTube channel memberships, I do have 2 levels. My Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. After I prioritize my donations, then the second prioritization is any of my YouTube channel members. They For their free readings they get next, and then I move on to the other free readings. So you get access that prioritization in these sessions. Plus, on Wednesday nights, I have a 2-hour whole session where we pull oracle readings, um, tarot readings, and do whatever else we want to do. This last Wednesday, we actually pulled animal spirit guide messages, and also to find out what bird you were in a past life and what plant or tree you were in the last past life. So some pretty cool, fun things if you're interested in that. And then my praying mantis level is $7.99 a month. You get everything the Zen Cricket does. Plus, Thursdays we have 2 hours, and then after my Friday and Saturday night sessions, we have an hour each of those. And then on Sundays, my afternoon session, we have an hour. And then once I get back in doing pick a card readings and different types of videos, you get advanced access to all those too. So if you're interested, there's a link down in the description box down below. All right, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about there. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Today, I'm going to be using these Wild Unknown Tarot. So we will be pulling these up here. And so those will be coming in. And I'm sorry, we'll be using these cards this evening. So I'm going to give these a shuffle and we will get started here. So I do have a couple of donations. I do have MMC and then Day, I think it's Day Baby. You are up after that. And then Sean, yours just came through too. So you'll be up after that. So hello, everybody. All right, and Kelly, I saw that you said that you gave an update that, oh yeah, about going to that event in Japan, and they were all like, "Go, go, 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 go," and so you decided you were going, and Japan has a lottery system, and you won. Wow, so you're definitely going. How wonderful! I love that. You just gotta love spirit. Boom, boom, boom. So thank you for sharing that. I love hearing the great outcomes of spirit's messages. So thanks for sharing that. All right, well, let's get into it. So MMC, you are up first. Let's give that donation a love and a like here. And you want to know, will you get the news of your transfer to another department in the same company next week? Or if not, when? All right, let's take a look here. Card just came flying out here. Let's see what this is about here. And I do want that one too. Okay. So let's see what we have. What's all these pentacles? Oh my goodness, a lot of pentacles. All right. Well, I feel like here, the bottom of the deck, you do have both the Father of Swords, which would be the King of Swords, and underneath that, you do have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. And so swords is the suit of communication. And I like this. I feel like you have the Three of Pentacles coming out first, as far as the cards that were showing themselves. And this is the one that just came flying out by itself. Three of Pentacles is about being true to one's authentic self and creativity. Um, and you do have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And then the Eight of Pentacles, which is kind of like this, the wheels are turning, the blood, the sweat, the tears that have come in are unfolding and moving forward. So I feel like with all of these, you do have um, um, movement on that. And so I feel like it is next week that you do get this with the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Peace of mind and communication allows you to know it. And you have the Five of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is very much joy and celebration card. So I like this together. The Five of Pentacles has to do with our beliefs around um, lack and feeling the fear of abandonment and being left behind and not having enough and being small. Now, what I would recommend, if I haven't shared this with you before, let me grab it here. Because whenever we get like a message around this Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is what comes up next. And here is a little video that talks about, whenever we feel like something's been held back, or, our inner child might feel like you have to do so much to deserve so little. And if we can resolve some of these out of balance giving and receiving rate of exchange below the surface, that allows things to come in faster. And I feel like with this Seven of Pentacles to this Eight of Pentacles, it's five, six, seven, eight, that's what helps this move faster rather than slower. The Seven of Pentacles by itself would be, well, not yet. It's still growing and proceeding. But with this coming in here, I really feel like it's, if we can look into some of those. Who did I feel when I was younger that I had to give so much to deserve so little? That if you have that kind of release and transformation, that you're able to have things come in and get news next week coming in with all of that. So I feel like that is what would be holding it back and not allowing it to move as fast is the little inner child. Even though our conscious mind might be like, I totally deserve that, I want this to happen, the inner child is like, no, 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 we don't deserve that yet. So hold your horses. So I feel like if you do that, then you can have movement, and the energy can have movement that will trigger for you next week. Also want to pull here a Akashic Truth Oracle. Yeah, and follow your passion. It says if there's something that excites and motivates you, it's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead to your abundance. So don't silence it. I like that energy, with that, because that, tells me that if this is your passion, don't let anything hold you back. Allow this movement to happen and do whatever it takes, right? Which includes that inner work, right? Just to kind of go, okay, why would little baby, little inner child self, um what beliefs do you have from earlier, by how the important people in life treated you, and now you're like, no, we deserve it. We deserve to have so much more. Let's bring that down to one instead of 1,000 to 1, where you have to give 1,000 coins to get one back. So I like that. So that is what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you, and thank you again for your donation. And then, Day Baby, you were up next. And you wanted whatever comes out. So thank you for your donation via the Cash app. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know right now. Right, I do want that and those. And anything else? I feel like there was something else. There was one more. Oh, right. Got the me. Got the the goat. The devil card, Capricorn Saturn energy. So, this is the shaking and the rattling that goes on below the surface. Saturn is the taskmaster. It's the wise, old, cranky, it can be a cranky teacher, but it gives us challenges. It offers us to face some challenges, but it always comes with a reward. So that's the underlying energy, that there's something that your shadow is bringing up for you to look at to bring you some freedom. And let's see what more that is about right here. Oh, okay. So you got three cards that came in here. Yeah. So we do have that here. You've got the, whoa, come back here. You got the 10 of Cups, which is joy, love, overflowing emotion. You have the Fool card, which is the first card in the major arcana, new beginnings, new journeys, and even of an old cycle, a beginning of a new adventure. And you even have the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles coming in. And this is all about this, new opportunities are arriving and unfolding. And I feel like if you're looking for love, that this is an important piece of this, because this has us with that, the Full card. It follows, of course, the last card of the major arcana, which is the World card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And here comes this new adventure, this new opportunity in the outside world with the Daughter of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. And with the 10 of Cups, that's usually represents overflowing joy, overflowing love, and abundance coming in. So with that Devil card in that combo, it's like you're questioning, what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have you grown up with? The Devil card energy, the Saturn um, influence really has us question long held beliefs that we've had our entire lives. And it's because we got all this opinion up here about, especially if it's around love, who are they supposed to be? How is the relationship supposed to start and progress and end up? And who am I supposed to be? And blah, 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 blah. Well, this is this freedom, the whole adventure of letting as many of those thoughts go as you can, letting those expectations go, those opinions, and go into a new type of adventure, free of all of these supposed to be's, right? And yeah. So it looks like here you have been having some hermit time in your shell, and the Judgment card has been your higher self calling you to this higher place, giving you, clarity. And so it is time. They are pulling you out, but they're not trying to pull you into a relationship or situation that is lower vibrational, is what you've been doing before and experienced before, because we've done what we've always done. We got what we always have gotten. Boring. We're not, it wasn't satisfying, right? You're ready for something higher, higher vibrational, and this is what you're being drawn into. But the hermit energy, where you've been having some alone time, has been on purpose to bring some light and shed some light on those beliefs and go, why do I even think that I have to have a type, or make a long list of who this person is supposed to be? I like this freshness of crunching all that up, tossing it, and going, all right, creator, I'm going to trust you to bring the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way. I'm going to enjoy this adventure. And I like that. Yeah. And here we go. Cause this is, the old stuff that we've had from the past, the Five of Pentacles, brings in this, well, it, we developed a lot of mindsets from our past too, when we experienced rejection, or we were experienced where we feared not being enough. That's what the Five of Pentacles is this feeling of, abandonment, lack, not being good enough, low self-worth. And that's what happened, when we experienced some people in the past. But there's this freedom that's coming in here for you regarding relationship. I really feel like can be different circumstances, joyful circumstances too. But I really just feel like there's this focus in on relationship. Right. Oh. I'm going to pull you also an Akashic Truth Oracle here. Okay, there it is. Love these cards. And you've got Protect. Dun, 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 dun. And this says you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so, right? Now is the time to get some protection in place. So I feel like this is like protecting yourself from that Five of Pentacles of feeling less than, feeling low, where you might have a tendency to be an enabler in codependent relationships where you feel you have to give so much to receive so little. I posted just a little bit ago uh, in episode 5, Six of Pentacles. So it's in the chat, and that comes after that Five of Pentacles. And it just helps us adjust this out of balanceness that throws us into codependency, where we feel we have to give, 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 and only allow people to give us very little, which ends up, recovering enabler and codependent relationships. This is for anyone. If this resonates, check out that video. It's only like less than 10 minutes, I believe, but it gives us a little hint on how we can adjust that, because when we're in a over giving mentality where I have to give 1,000 love coins before I deserve one, when I enter an adult to adult relationship, it turns into where I'm the parent, they're the child. I give, 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 and when they try to give back to me, we're like, oh no, baby bird, you can't give to me, I give to you. And so we give and give and give until we're exhausted, and then we continue to give and give and give until we're resentful. That doesn't turn out too well for us. But this person that we've put in this position where they only can receive from us and give very little to us, well, they like to give too. We know how amazing it feels when we're able to give, right? Well, when we don't allow them to give to us, then where do they give? Well, they become workaholics and overgive into work, or they work out, or they have hobbies, or their friends, or affairs, right? Because if we don't let them give to us, they give to somewhere else. And that's what we want to stop repeating. We don't want parent child. We want adult to adult, equal giving and receiving, right? So that video helps us release some of the past where we have that tendency to feel like we have to overgive, and we allow it to be an equal giving and receiving. So I feel like that's what they have for you right now, day baby. So again, thank you so much for your donation. All right. And then we had one more donation via the Cash app. So Sean, thank you so much for that. And I didn't see a question in the donation, and there it is. Long term, is it best for you to stay in New York City or move it, move it, move it? All right, so let's take a look here, Sean, see what spirit has for you. So for the long term, is it best for you to stay in New York City? You're welcome, Dave Sturgis. All right. So let's take a look here. And I'll say two. Okay, on that one too. All right. Wow. Okay, I see. So, um, it's interesting because right off the bat, the bottom of the deck, and oh my gosh, the bottom of the deck and the first card that came out is all about the star card, which is dreams come true. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is the other dreams come true card. And then under the star card, we had the Ace of Cups, which is following our heart's desire. Even under that, you've got the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, and the Father of Cups. So you've got all this emotional energy here, right? And there, with all of this coming in, and you have the Chariot underneath that, it's your power of choice. They're basically saying that um you're able to live your dream in either place. That location, 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 in this case, um, doesn't influence your life in this lifetime as far as making your dreams come true. So, with all this Ace of Cups and King of Cups and Queen of Cups, they're basically saying, and you got other cards that we'll look at here too, but it feels like wherever your heart's desire is, be there, and but living your dream. And I feel like your dream can be done anywhere. Like if it's virtual, it's like what I do. I could probably do it I could do it as long as there's a strong internet somewhere. I could do this anywhere, right? And I feel like that's the kind of energy that you have is like you can be anywhere living your dream. So it's what makes you happy. Where would you want to be, right? And it's like, okay, okay, I like that. So there's not a wrong place to be in this lifetime. You can be wherever your heart desires. So I love that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, you have the Five of Wands and the Lovers card that came out together. And this is the power of emotional choice, that no matter what happens in the outside world, you get to choose how you feel about it. And the Five of Wands is this transformation of energy. And what I feel is coming in here with this, Sean, is like, um, okay, does this mean you're going to win money? Itchy palm? um, that, you know, once you transform the energy from there's a wrong place to live to be like, no, there's no wrong place, because this is what they're telling you. In some lifetimes, there are places that are more, our life can be more expansive. It would be like before the days of the internet, there might have been like, well, you can't be in a little small town, you have to be in a larger town, right? But now you could be in a little, because internet's everywhere. You could be in a little mountain town somewhere that has great internet and do just as well from working from home in a big city in a little box apartment, right? I know how New York City can be, but so I like that they're like you have the power to be happy wherever you're at, and so where do you want to be? And I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. And then these three cards came out together. You got the Death card, Death and Rebirth, and the Empress card, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but also this wonderful birthing, right? The Death and I think, sorry, that was the Emperor, not the Empress, but Death and Rebirth that comes in here, and that whatever you want to change and alter is up to you with that. And that's what the Emperor tells us too. It's Aries energy, and the Emperor is about, you know, um, deciding what they want. They get all this advice from all these people around them about how the empire should be and supposed to be, and blah 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 blah. But at some point, the Emperor goes, "All right, I've had enough. Clear the throne room. I decide what I want. I put a plan, I put action behind it and fire, and then we move forward on it." And so I like that combination is like you can choose for a new ending and beginning if you'd like. And it's supported if you do want to do that. And you have the Eight of Cups too, which is about leaving behind and walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve you anymore, and moving in a direction that takes you to the Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true. So you can make these choices and changes. I feel like I'm getting like there's, those mental beliefs of, well, yeah, Newark, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. I like it. Um, but to get out of this fear of failure, like if you went to New York City and you experienced it and you loved it, and or you've grown up there, I feel like you've went there. That it's been an experience, but it doesn't have to mean anything. You get to choose the story, right? Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah. So these three cards came out together. You got the Ace of Wands, which is a new adventure. Again, here's that spark and that spike. You have the Three of Cups, which is joy. What is your joy? There's also community energy here too. So if you're afraid that you won't have the community that you have now where you would go, um, you would, and you would even help build it as well. Don't worry about the fears of lack, because this Five of Pentacles has come up in every single reading so far. But it's don't worry about, not having enough. It's when we're following our heart and we're following our dream, creator is who brings us our sustenance in each moment, right? And so we can trust that when we're following our dream, following our heart, that we're always going to have enough. We may not have everything that our ego wants, but we always have enough plus more because creator and the spirit world don't, just give us bread and water. They like giving us more too. And you have here, yeah, and the Six of Wands, victory again coming in here, this wonderful flow. But I like the butterfly being here too. There is this, energy of flow and movement that comes with a lot of this too. And the chariot is can represent movement, but power of choice is what it comes in. But I do feel that if your desire takes you to move somewhere and you have this you know, spark that happens, go visit first, and you'll know. Um, it's like there was one point I went and visited Chicago with so it was my last relationship. So and they were going to move there, and I went along to see if I would want to move there. I'd only known him like 6 months, so when I went there, I mean, it was February, it was cold, it was sleeting. I loved it. I'm a winter baby. I loved it. I love the transit system and the busing system, and um, just right by a big lake of water. I was like, this is really cool. But when I was sitting in the apartment of a friend that we were staying with while they were running around and the other person was at work, I was sat there and I'm like, I don't feel the draw like I do when I'm always drawn back to this Colorado Springs. And I'm like, you'll know the energy will be there or not. And I'm like, it's not here, you know? And so you'll know when you get there. So let's take a look. I'm going to pull an Akashic Truth Oracle here for you too. Yeah. Difficult road. Here's the road. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path in life. So I like this. Again, this walking a difficult road does talk about a road and movement. So go check it out. Go check out some places that you feel you're drawn to. Plan some little visits or a road trip or whatever it would be. And go check it out and just see what energy you have when you're there. So, but spirits, like, it doesn't matter where you're at, you're going to be able to live your dream, like, because you're virtual. I feel like your dream can be met virtually. So, interesting, but that's what they got for you, Sean John G. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then, hey, Jazz, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And we celebrate your 5th super on the live stream. So, congratulations. And thank you for letting me be number 5. And you want to know here is Dom the Leo. Hey, hello, woohoo! So let's take a look here. Is Dom the Leo standing you up on your outing tonight? Ah, I asked if she would like to cancel and she hasn't updated you. Okay, let's take a look here. So let's take a look here. Are they going to stand you up tonight? What else do they want you to know here? too. I guess let's go this too. All right. All right. Looks like here. Doesn't feel like they're gonna stand you up here. We really got that Emperor energy coming in here on the bottom of the deck, which is about, making decisions and power. If you don't want it to happen tonight, you can initiate it. I feel like with this Emperor. If you're like not feeling it, don't be afraid to step in and choose for you, right? You can be like, naps. But I don't feel like they are looking to, because got the Daughter of Swords and the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups all coming in three cards together here, which is all about joy and happiness and celebration. And there's a lot of communication and clarity that comes in with both this daughter and this Ace of Swords. Feels very vibrant, very happy, very, you know, excited here. So I feel like there's a lot of clarity that comes in around this. And it's what's great about all this too is that when we're in this little pocket of not knowing, that drives us crazy, right? But it's also a great time for us to learn, and I feel like that's where some clarity comes in for you here. Is like, what am I fearing something, or am I picking up something, about why I don't want to go, I don't want to do this, or what's my fear? What is at the root of it, right? Whenever I feel uneasy about something, I ask myself, what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What are my expectations? What am I trying to fix? And if any of those things resonate, then it really, um, has that thing, right? So we can look at this and go, what is the fear here? Um, and whatever energy you put forward is what is definitely going to expand here. So I like this, Emperor energy too. You can, you know, um, say, instead of asking if they would like to cancel and they haven't updated you, rather than put it as like, because if they asked you, hey, do you want to cancel tonight? Does that feel like, "Oh, you don't wanna go?" You know? Instead, I like that. "I would love to meet up with you tonight. Um, so hopefully, I'll get to we'll get to hang out," you know? Have that positive energy, because then that makes them go, "Oh, they wanna see me," instead of, "Oh, you wanna cancel?" Because it's like, almost puts that thought into their mind. Instead of focusing on the lower vibration, let's focus on the higher vibration, right? Because you do have the Ace of Pentacles coming in here too, which with these three cards, these other three cards, is about an opportunity in the outside world, right? And you have the Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving, and the Temperance, patience, patience, patience too. So I don't feel like they'll cancel here. But with that Emperor card, um oh, okay, yeah. So, instead of um creating an opportunity for an out, which, we like to be accommodating and go, no pressure, um so that's great that she denied rescheduling earlier, and her hair appointment got canceled. She was looking to find someone to do her hair. Wow, doing her due. So it sounds like she's excited, and she's probably under a hair dryer or in the middle of having her hair done, right? So I would really encourage you to just say, I hope you had, I hope you found someone to do your hair, and looking forward to seeing to seeing your new do, or something like that, right? Make it exciting about that you are looking forward to seeing them, because that's what we all want to hear, right? So I like that. so so I don't feel like they're going to cancel. This feels very exciting to come in here. And let me pull an Akashic Truth Oracle too. Let's see what we have. Very good. And you have, yeah. I love this. These cards are so amazing. Here's the consider the options. It says you've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. So it's good, we and this is the importance of energy where we invest it. Like I said, instead of focusing on lower vibrational fear energy, if it's like, oh, I really want this, I hope that they don't cancel. My energy tells the universe I really enjoy wanting to see them, but if I want to see them, if I see them, then my wanting stops. So my energy actually pushes them away. Or if I fear something's going to happen, I invite it to me because my energy is telling the universe, I'd really enjoy it if this happened. Rather, like it's talking about in here, where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to, you already know Crater. I want to, meet up with them, and I really love that. So I'm grateful. We switch it to gratitude instead of the wanting or the fearing, and we're like, thank you that you're going to bring, you're going to have us meet up at the perfect timing in the perfect way, and I'm so grateful for you for bringing that for me. And that changes the energy and it draws it to us, and it also creates higher vibration around the experience, right? That of joy and laughter and unconditional love and peace, right? So I like that for you. So just start changing that energy and raising that love vibration and just going, okay, you know what? We can allow this to unfold and allow it to come forward. And I like that for you because when we um go with the flow and we're excited for what happens, then it's all good, right? We know that it's always everything in life always unfolds for us. And in the moment, sometimes we can't see it, but we always know that it always is for us. And that is a higher vibrational energy that brings in things that match that. So I like it for you. But it seems positive, so I like it. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Yeah, even the sun card just wanted to make itself known. Brightness, cha-ching! It's one of the most victorious, bright cards out of it all. So I like it. Just be flexible on, if they end up taking a little longer and they're like, "Is it too late?" And you're like, "No, not at all. It's Friday." Whoop whoop. All right. So have a blast, Jazz, and thank you again for your donation. Many blessings. Have a fun time. All righty. So I think that was all of my donations right now. Let me just scroll up here. All right. Yeah, I think we are good there. So we will jump to the top for the free readings and we'll begin those. And if anyone wants a deeper um, reading for themselves, then a donation of any kind can do that. All right, Jazz. You're usually in bed by this time. It's like, all right, here you go. Go have some mushroom, like I'm drinking my mushroom coffee. But you're probably all excited anyway. That's good. All right. So, Dollface Diva, you are up first. So, general for the weekend. What does Spirit want you to know about this weekend here? What else? All right. So, got the Five of Swords coming in. And then also, these two came out together, the Empress and the Son of Wands. So, the Five of Swords is all about mental conflict between the head and the heart. And I feel like it feels like there's like some obligations that you might be having yourself trapped under. Like, I have to do this, I'm supposed to do this versus what the heart wants to do, right? Now, if it's work, I feel like if some of it is work, when we change the shoulds or have tos to could, we get our power back. So if it's like, well, I should go to work or I have to go to work, it feels so defeating. It feels like imprisoned. It feels like our power, like we're powerless in the situation. But when I could go to work, I could not go to work either. And then if I do that enough, I could also have to find a new job. But when we're like, when I just go, I could not go, but I'm choosing to go. I'm choosing. Get this power back. And I like that these feelings of obligation are you can transform that energy by the mindset you have around it, but and then also the importance of doing and following your heart this weekend too, because you have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and nurturing yourself, and the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, which is fast moving energy and passion and following that and letting it guide you this weekend, doing some things that are fun. I almost kind of feel like there's this energy of all work and no play um, just sucks the life out of us, and we feel like we're existing and we're workhorses instead of going, you know what? I'm going to schedule time to do things I love this weekend because it's important to celebrate and do things that remind us that we're able to live life instead of just exist in life. So I feel like that's what's coming in here for you this weekend, Dolphins Divas. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And then Lucky, you're remembering what your previous question was. Will you be in a relationship soon? Your reading indicated before the year ending back during the spring summer live streams. Is the relationship revealed itself to you recently or currently as of now? Oh, okay. Hello, hello. Okay. I get you. So the reading you had got was that you were going to be in a relationship by the end of the year. And you're wondering, have you met him yet? Is it happening? Or are they going to wait till like December 31st? Let's take a look here. All right. So we had these cards come flying out. Let's see what we got here. Normally I only get like 1 to 2 cards, but you got like 2 sets of cards. So the first one is Ace of Cups, 4 of Swords, new love, peace of mind. They're like, uh, relax. It will be coming. Bottom of the deck, you do have the Son of Cups, which is Knight of Cups. Um, movement of emotion. Yeah, you got the Star card, which is dreams come true. You've got the Son of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving night, so I don't feel like it's happened yet. But they have the Four of Wands, joy, 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 um, and celebration, type of energy here. I do feel like with that Four of Wands which represents a gatherings, can represent weddings, kind of celebration type of stuff that you do have. That's where you're going to meet them, is at some sort of gathering or celebration. You have opportunities. It's unfolding. I know we've only got what 3 months left, but if you have a gathering that you're invited to, make sure you go to these public events, because I feel like this is where you meet them, is at one of those public events. Don't feel like you've met him yet. The Knight of Pentacles tells me it's one of my patience, slow thing, slow the roll, things in life, and just be aware of energy, of course, as we do, right? Yay! About whatever we focus our energy on is what grows and expands. And so if I fall, which we normally are humans, we fall back into the wanting and the missing. Like, I really want a relationship. I really miss having a relationship. What if I don't have a relationship? Like fear, we're pushing it further away from us, our energy. So when we are returned back to that joy, that higher vibration, creator, I know you're going to bring me the perfect person in the perfect way and the perfect timing. Let me know what I can do on my end to help, that. And as you raise your love vibration, it draws in things faster. And so you definitely have the opportunity to meet them by the end of the year. But we got to manage our energy. Otherwise, we'll keep pushing it further away instead of, drawing it in sooner. So be aware of that. So, yeah. Yay! So glad. All right. So that's what they have for you, Lucky. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, will you be promoted to SEC president by 2025? All right. Let's take a look here, see what they have here. So you have the Ace of Cups with the Full card coming in here. And, we've got this. It feels like you're going to go in a different direction than that, because the Ace of Cups is about a higher love, a higher vibration, higher happiness, following your heart. The Full card is a whole new adventure starting out, leaving behind old cycles, old wishes, old paths, and focusing and going into a new direction, a new path. So I don't feel like that's going to be a desire of yours here soon. I feel like there's something that's coming in that takes your heart in a different direction, where you're not wanting that, you're wanting something different. So, and it's your choice. It's not like something's um, keeping you from your other desire, but there's something that's like so much bigger and so much more for you that just makes your heart sing, that it's like a no-brainer kind of. It draws you in a different direction. So I don't feel like you're promoted to the president. I feel like you're wanting to go into a different direction. Something comes in that takes you elsewhere. So that's the kind of energy I'm picking up for you there, Teshi. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kelly. So thank you again for your update and your free reading. Any messages you need to hear from the universe, guides, or angels. All right. Let's see here. What do they have here for you? Nope, none of those. What else? All right. So you have the 10 of not pentacles, 10 of swords coming in here, which kind of, usually it looks like a scary card, but it actually is a great card, because the 10, the endings of these small t truths, it's like we get to this point where we're just sick and tired of living up to everyone's expectations. All the small t truths of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. It's so dark, it's so caging, and it's like not just having one ball and chain on your feet, but 10, where it just feels like it holds you back. And I like that you're at this point of ready just to let go of so many of these expectations, these small t truths that take you into this vibrant Two of Wands energy that's coming in here. And I really like this, you know, um, power of choice with the Two of Wands, where it's about making plans. It's about, the Ace of Wands is like a new spark, a new passion, a new excitement. And the Two of Wands is about making plans and choosing to go in a direction, and taking small steps towards it. So I really feel like there's this um, progression that's been going on, where it's just been harder and harder to have the desire to please and everyone else. And it feels like you're very capable of doing a lot, but you're just not getting a whole lot of satisfaction on all the stuff that you're doing for others. And you're realizing some things that you were doing that you were doing it for others, and now you're like, I'm ready to do some stuff for me. What's my passion? What's my excitement? And you're getting a lot of clarity. And there's a lot of clutter being cleared away. And it's giving you like this magic. It's like you're getting a second magic wand to really do some stuff. So I really like that coming in here. Yeah, and so creating your own life, creating the life you want, not the life that you think you're supposed to have, right? So I like that. It's very supported there, and I feel like they're just telling you, yeah, this is what life is, right? We're are human when it's a child tries to fit in, tries to do everything to please everyone because we need everyone in order to survive as little children. But once we're old enough to take care of ourselves, we can it's like if you ever have a baby gate on stairs so that, we don't fall down the stairs. But as we get older and we're not falling down the stairs is not something that's normally going to happen and that we don't need to have. In fact, these baby gates almost trip us and have us fall down the stairs. We can remove those baby gates because those protections that we had in place to protect us aren't needed anymore because we can protect ourselves, if that makes sense. So I like this for you. It's really supportive of the journey that you're on. So I like that for you, Kelly. Wow, yeah, exactly. You're just like, all right, I'm doing it for me. And then boom, you got a reward by winning the lottery. So I love that. So konnichiwa. Have a wonderful time in Japan. I love Japan and the Orient. I probably were there several lifetimes because it's has such a strong warmth in me for Japan and Korea and even China and all that area. I love that energy. So yay. And I love the flag. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kelly. Many blessings to you. Yeah, I'm sure. Shogun Warrior. All right. See, we answered that one. We answered that one. Hey, Dondera. Good to see you. And happy Friday, Madeline. I'm seeing that as I'm going through here. And then Patty. Hey, hey. Good to see you too. So this week was chaotic, especially at work. How is next week looking for you? Oh, are you sure you want to know? I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, we did have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra. So there's a lot of new beginnings and energies and opportunities of stuff. So, we definitely have that energy coming in. It's funny, the cards that came out, the moon, here's the moon. So that's them reiterating to me that a lot of this moon and eclipse energy impact still left over from the full moon, super full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces we had 2 weeks ago. All this energy is going to be impacting us for about another month, but you have a great opportunity here coming up next week with the Father of Cups balancing the heart and mind. And then the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, does have something about clarity. Seeing things from a higher perspective allows you to get this balance that comes in. I love that all these little orbs around the owl. Kind of just want to take the sword out of there just to make it purely. It's like all these lights back here. They kind of look like all these orbs, right? And I just feel like next week, what helps bring in this feeling of balance is remembering that you're not alone, that you're surrounded by a wonderful host of beings of unconditional love and light that really want to support you and guide you and help you. All you have to do is ask, right? You gave them a honey-do list before you came down here, so they're always working on all those amazing things for us. But while we're down here, we can also ask them for answers and clarity and energy and messages and signs, and they will show us. They are huge multitaskers. So, I like that we're able to you know, see their messages, feel their messages, have thoughts drop into our head, energy that just flows through us. But being aware of them each day, wake up in the morning and maybe put something like when you're drinking your coffee or you're getting ready, whatever you have on your mirror, just, remember my posse because they're around you, and to try to have reminders throughout the day next week because I just feel like it will make such a big difference that'll help balance things in. So I feel like that's what they want for you next week, Patty. So they'll give you that big picture view from a different perspective too. They'll help you understand why people are choosing to act the way they are, react the way they are, um, saying the things they are, and realize it's all about them. This doesn't have anything to do with us, but you can ask Spirit to can show me why they're you know, acting that way. Because every moment is of unconditional love. It's either of an expression of unconditional love or for a cry for unconditional love. So if someone's expressing something that's not of unconditional love, then we know they're crying out for it. It's like, okay, this isn't about me. This is about them. They're wanting love and they're freaking out. And I just got hit by some of their arrows and they don't have to impact me. It can be like a little kid with a little, you know, disc gun that just, it's rubber, it boonk, and just bounces off, and then you can find out what's going on with them, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, Patty. So many blessings. Yeah, right. Blown in the wind. Sometimes we forget. It's too often. Um, well, and there's no like that's kind of a judgment thing on you, right? It's all humans, we're in a giant amusement park full of fear rides, and so it's easy for us to get drawn out into the world, right? Whenever I was trying to change a habit, especially, I mean, when I do this, and my life is all about spirit from almost the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So it's much different than when I worked in corporate life, where I get to work and have a line at my desk and emails and phone calls and all this. We get drawn out. So what I would do is put an alarm on my phone, a silent vibrating alarm for every waking hour. Breathe, or come back to now, or remember spirit, like in this case. And so when I'd get sucked back out into all the drama and the fires to be put out, my alarm would go off and it would draw me back. And I'm like, who's calling me? And I'm like, oh, it's my alarm. Oh, that's right. Breathe. Take a big deep breath and come back to the moment. Remember spirit for 5 minutes and then zip back out again until it became my habit of walking one foot in spirit, one foot in corporate life, and one foot, take a one step back. Okay, it was more like 10 steps in the corporate life and one step back to spirit. And then, but being kind to ourselves is important with all that too. So thanks for mentioning that blowing in the wind. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad that helps, Patty. So blowing in the wind. Hello, hello. You'll be up here next. Let's see. Oh, where you did jazz. So yours is you want to ask if big changes will come in your life if you work on your project, if it's the right project for you. All right, let's take a look here. Financial freedom, new opportunities, new encounters. Okay, yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has to say here. So we'll find out here. If you work on this project, what will the result be based on current energies? All right. Well, you definitely here with the Hierophant, which is like our higher self, drawing us to see capital T truths, see things from a higher perspective, and the King of Swords, the Father of Swords, who they rule over their own suit, but all kings are given a second portion. So it definitely gives you a lot of clarity, a lot of knowledge, a lot of um, you know, again, clarity, clarity, clarity around life. It gives you this higher point of view on things. And with this knowledge, it depends on what you do with this knowledge. But you're definitely being drawn to see things from a different perspective. So when it feels like it's um, important for you to take steps on working on your project, because I feel like when you're working on the project, you gain clarity, which guides you and allows you to see things differently. It's like, I'm going to head off in this direction. And then as you do that and you take steps, things become clearer, and then you alter your course a little bit, get more clarity, then you alter your course a bit, and then you get clarity. So I do feel like it very much a lot of um, clarity and knowledge come through. And so I feel like it is important for you to um, work on the project, um, but allow with flexibility. Don't try not to get too fixed on the outcome. Look at the project as the beginnings of heading towards somewhere, and allow it to alter and evolve and transform as you go with it. Ooh, fun. I wonder where that's gonna lead you. Mysterious. Right? So that's what they have. Yeah, it's like blowing in the wind. Go with the wind, go with the flow of the wind. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Mika Khan, you're up next. Let me just close my blinds here. The sun has now set. Don't want the werewolves looking in my window. So, Mika, you want to know, will that Kosan scold you on Wednesday for anything? Oh no. What did you do? What are you afraid of, right? What if they do? Eh. People can only share information with us, right, Mika? Um, so people can say, I wasn't happy with you when you did this and blah, 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 and da, da, da. And we're like, okay, well, that's everyone has their own opinion, and they have every right to feel and think and communicate whatever they want. But it doesn't mean that means anything about you. You get to decide the story, right? You get to decide what you want to feel with it all. You get to decide the energy you invest in their opinion and the physical actions. You get to choose how you're going to respond or react to that. And so, what's great, and I haven't seen your cards yet. This is just from spirit, when I fear what someone is going to do as a result of my actions, it's because I'm putting my worth out there. If I'm deciding my self-worth inward and upward to in the eternal unconditional love of creator and source and all the spirit world, what they have for me, that's my foundation. It's like the king and queen of a kingdom loving me unconditionally. I can do no wrong in their sight. um, if there's an opinion of someone in the kingdom going, well, I don't think you're nothing. You're like, well, what does your opinion matter? King and queen think I'm awesome. So, but speak to the hand. But, we can look at the fear. Why do we fear what they think? Because we're allowing their opinion to define us. And I don't. I get to decide what my opinion is. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah. You've got the full card, the Ace of Cups. Here's the chalice, the joy, the overflowingness that comes in with the Ace of Cups. And the full card is a brand new beginning, free of expectations, free of restrictions, leaving the old ways behind, the old cycles behind, and beginning of new adventure. I feel like if you approach this represents self-love. If you approach this with self-love, you're able to look at the situation differently and handle it differently, no matter what choice they're choosing. If they choose to praise you, yay, good. That's above and beyond extra. If they choose and they're fearing and they're freaking out and they've got rah, and they want to scold you, we can look at it instead of defining it as scolding, that they're sharing feedback with me because they're in fear and they're speaking at me like a little 2-year-old would. Because when someone's in fear, adults don't scold. Little children inside of adult bodies scold others because they're in fear. That's them throwing a little tantrum. But if someone communicates from an adult, emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature adult mind, then it's not scolding, right? So if they're scolding, then that's coming from a little child. And what do you do with a little child? Oh, okay, I get where you're coming from. And you allow yourself to stay calm and allow you to help calm them down. Then once they're calmed down, you can have real communication. But if they zip off like a little 2-year-old out of fear and you match that, you're two little 2-year-olds with their pet hissing cats and you have cat fight, right? Real instead. So kind of think about, even role played in your head or with a close friend. And if you have a close friend, they probably would love to role play someone who's scolding someone. But if they do, let them and then just practice how you were like, look at it as them as a 2-year-old and go, okay, how much do we take a 2-year-old's words to heart? They don't know anything. They're a 2-year-old. So we're just like, okay, we take it with a grain of salt. And then after they calm down, give them a sucker, give them an ice cream cone, whatever, then you can communicate, right? Once the adult returns. But try to remain as an adult yourself, and then you're able to approach it differently. But I don't feel like it here, like there's um anything that's like super crazy going on, but I feel like it's a great opportunity for you for your growth, and that's more what they're wanting to focus on, right? So that's what they have for you, Mika. So hang in there, my dear. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, and Erica, thank you so much for your donation via the Cash App. So we'll jump down to you here. And let me see here. Was there a question listed on there? No, I don't see a question there. So let me see here. Erica, did you ask it up here? If not, throw your question down below. And we will bring that up here. In fact, I'll just take a quick sip here while you're typing. All right. Thank you. So, why, when you send money to your cousin to help with the apartment, she's making excuses like she's doing something else with the money there? Uh-oh. So, why, when you send money to your cousin to help with her rent, right, she's making excuses like she's doing something else with the money? All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on here. What is the shenanigans that are afoot, right, Erica? Let's take a look here. All right, I got those, and those. All right. Okay. Yeah, she's got some conflict. Yeah, I see here. We got the Six of Pentacles coming in here, and with the Father of Swords, which is the King of Swords. There is this clarity. There is this, I feel like this is talking about mindsets around the Six of Pentacles is this, um, I'll call it like the rate of exchange of what someone feels they have to give in order to um, receive. And and I think I shared it a little earlier. I'm going to throw it down here real quick here just for the ease of use. It's the Six of Pentacles. I have a little video that I have from one of my Take 10 with Zen that I did last year. that talks about, our rate of exchange where we feel I have to give 1,000 love coins before I get one back. What this has to do with the situation here is that it feels like your cousin, her inner child, feels like it doesn't deserve to have things, to have this security, to have that. So it has this force filled up. So when stuff comes in, it's like I'm gonna say like what do you call it when you um, mess things up for yourself? When you I don't know why my mind went blank with it. But when we're the ones that screw it up for ourselves, right? Where it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but you know, it's like when sometimes like we have relationships and we're the ones that end up messing it up because we have that type of, that energy of um, where where we can't have success. We're the ones that always are the ones working below the surface, having us fail at stuff, right? And and I feel like that's kind of what's going on below the surface there is because even though maybe consciously they're like, I deserve this, their inner child's like, no, you don't. You don't deserve to have this. So, they're the ones that are messing messing with their success. And we have the Two of Swords here. It's like they go back and forth. They have like things that make them feel happy. And the Two of Swords is like they go back and forth in their mindset in making decisions and choices. It's like their heart battles with their mind. And there's something about like they'll feel down and then they'll feel like, well, if I go buy this, I'll feel better. And that's the kind of thing that I feel comes in here is that, you know, they know, okay, this is for this, but I'm feeling so crappy. Oh, if I just buy this, then I'll feel better about myself. And it doesn't, it's like she's her own worst enemy when it comes to things, but it's because her inner child doesn't feel that they deserve to have peace of mind about finances and all of that, so they'll end up overspending on other things that make them feel better, and then, we'll go this other route, right? And this is what comes in here too. I just feel like there's the 7 of Swords is the trickster, right? This is like, um, that they're these their own personal beliefs and mindsets and that steal opportunities from 'em, steal stuff from them. And the Daughter of Swords is about, having clarity and bring things. And so I feel like they've been learning and they're growing through it. But it's like you don't realize it. Like, it's like what am I going to call it? It's like emotional eating. There's emotional spending, and different things like that, where or retail therapy, as we sometimes call it. Um, y- well, yeah, I don't. How do you accidentally choose to buy something instead of use it for rent, right? But when we're in an emotional state, and we're like, we think, oh, this will make me feel better, and I'll figure it out somehow, and then we want to do something else, and then we want to do something out. We're like, I'm already messing up. I might as well just get this too. It just like it kind of snowballs for them. But I feel like it has to do with this emotional and mental, way of thinking, and that it's not like they're trying to use someone. So by accidentally, I feel like that's what you mean. It's not like they're like, all right, I'm gonna tell him this and I'm gonna do this. It's like, no, I messed up. So, then they ask you to, hey, can I get some help? And then they feel bad. And so they're on this cycle. That's, it's like always borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and it's like, oh my gosh, and then they're just not making the best choices, right? I feel like they're learning the hard way. I know I did. Um, in my relationships, I overspent, with my first couple of relationships because I wanted them to be happy, and I had credit cards, and I wanted to make sure, and I'm like, well, we can't have that. If we're gonna buy that, we can't have that. And they're like, oh, come on. And I'm like, well, I have room on my credit card. Let's buy that too. Don't want them to be happy because I don't want them to be unhappy with me. So I ended up with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of credit card debt. Gosh, and this was like a couple decades ago, but I ended up, um, you know, um, declaring bankruptcy because I was like, "There's no way. I'm so deep that I had to, in order to live, I had to make a tough choice." And I feel like that's what she's going to get to that. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and that's up to you. If you are, oh, right. So, if you guys are living together, right? It's like, uh-oh. So it's like, yeah, I mean, definitely gonna have to see what can be done. Um, yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. You got temperance on the bottom with patience here. Let's see what comes through on the Akashic Truth Oracle here. Because yeah, when it's a cousin and it's like, call their mom. Call their mom and dad. Say, hey, this is what's happening. Now I'm facing homelessness. Yeah, look, so speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So, definitely talk to her. You did call your grandma today. There you go. Oh, you went above. You went to the supervisor. So you definitely, you know, how much longer do you have on the lease? Um, yeah, yeah, I love it. So speaking, and I like that. So this is your spirit guide saying, yes, it's important for you to be able to speak your truth and speak up. And yeah, the main supervisor, she's over the bosses. And I feel like they'll help you out, and they'll help you get out of, see how much longer's in the lease, and it's, you don't have to sacrifice yourself for someone else, right? And you know to help get out of your situation. And oh, you're expecting twins. Uh-oh. Yeah, grandma might be like, come and live with me, I have an extra spare bedroom. you know they're like, we're going to take care of mama. But I like that. So I feel like you're going to get some answers from speaking your truth and speaking up. And they'll definitely glean from the wisdom of the elders, because they'll help come to resolution, with it all going on. And that's the way she's going to learn. She's going to learn the hard way, and that's okay. If she hates you for a while, that's okay, because she's actually just projecting the hatred and the disappointment she has in herself. So just give her love, and then make the choices best for you. Yeah. So boom. I love it. You're like, yeah, especially with your twins in there, you're in your big mama, empathic connection to spirit on steroids. So I love that. Yeah. So that's what they got for you, Erica. Yeah, listen to the elders. They're gonna bring you some. I feel like they're gonna take care of things for you. So definitely, I'm glad that you listened to your intuition and contacted them. Yeah. Just love her and go. I gotta watch out for my babies and myself. So I needed to reach out to help for help, and especially if she's being iffy and secretive and not coming up right. It's like, uh-oh. So fun, fun. So many blessings to you and your little twin babies. And thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. So hang in there, my dear. All right. So I think it was it for donations. Right? Expansiveness, especially all these eclipses and all this energy you've been having. You've probably been dreaming like super crazy with all of that energy inside you. Yeah, I love it. All right, my dear. Hang in there, mama. All right. Then we left off with Rhonda Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda Rhonda. So you want to know what's coming for you that you need to be aware of for the next 7 days. So what does Spirit want you to know? What's coming? What do you need to know about the next 7 days? All right. So you've been in this transformation with the Hanged Man card coming in here, and it's been like a pause. It's been seeing things from a different perspective. And the World card coming up here is it's the last card in the Major Arcana. It's a victory card, but it's also an ending card. It's the last card, so it's the ending of the journey um, on the current cycle. Hiccup, excuse me, it scared me. No, it didn't. And it's the movement into a new cycle, a new adventure that's free from a lot of different expectations. So I feel like you've been in this really, really super reflective, even extra reflective mood, which left over from this Pisces super full moon lunar eclipse we had 2 weeks ago, and then this new moon solar eclipse we just had a few days ago. All this energy has you looking inward and considering your relationships, looking at the balancing of your life. And I feel like you're going to be nudged to some decisions could come up where there's a natural end to some cycles and the beginning of some new adventures. And just know that it's not out of punishment or anything like that. It's that you've put in the work, you put in the reflection. The little caterpillar's been through the cocoon. Here's this birthing. It feels like you're coming out of your cocoon, even more so transformed into this hybrid, butterfly. And so allow yourself that. Allow yourself to see things differently, to not do things like you've always done it before. Because a caterpillar wants leaves and it walks on the forest floor. A butterfly um, seeks and is urged to want nectar. Doesn't eat leaves, it seeks flowers and blossoms. And it flies, it doesn't walk. And so it doesn't hang around with caterpillars anymore. It doesn't do things the old way. There's a higher way to do things, and to allow those old ways to fall away. Because you never see a butterfly carrying its cocoon around on its back or transporting other caterpillars. It's like, no, you're kind of going into a different direction because your desires are different. You're seeking things differently. So I feel like that's what you need to know and be aware of over these next 7 days, that there are these changes of things that are coming in. Right. So that is what they have for you, my dear Rhonda Rhonda. So hang in there, my dear. Much love to you. All right. And then Sean G, you asked a follow-up question. Sorry, I didn't say that just now. So your free reading is what's holding back your sponsorship. All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know? about what's holding back the sponsorship? Why isn't the sponsorship coming in? Yeah, you've got the devil card coming in here, the shaking and the rattling and the rolling of all that, which that's the one that makes us question our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets. It shows us the cage that we have ourselves in. And, you know, so our own thoughts, our own beliefs, our own mindsets are what hold things back. And the daughter of cups, which is the page of cups, which is a heightened self-love, that chalice, the holy grail is us. And I feel like there's the combination between these two feels like and this can be, it feels like it's a root. You've ever tried to pull like these plants and there's like this big weed and you pull it and you're trying to pull it out by the roots, but it breaks off. So then it grows back later. It's like it's something that's rooted deep that it's been something that you haven't been able to pull fully out yet. You've broken it off at the top, but there's some root that goes below the surface. And this has to do with defining worth by an outside result, if that resonates and makes sense, because it feels like my happiness depends on that. And this Capricorn, Saturn, devil card energy is to shake us, to show us that is if I don't have that come and my happiness is impacted by it, I can see how I've attached my happiness to an outcome when I don't need to. And I feel like it's the fear that's related to it. Like, what does that mean about me? What does my worth mean about me? It might even be below the surface where, it's not something that's like up here. But if we sit still, we'll see the root that goes below the surface. That where's that attached to? There's some sort of memory, some sort of childhood. Um, it can even be in like grades in school, something where, the first time you got a B and parents flipped out or whatever, I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it's like, wow, that meant, oh my gosh, my worth depends on my performance. And if I don't get that, what does that mean about me? It means I'm going to get, you know, important people that I care about that have that look of disappointment or that words of disappointment. It kind of just feels like it's an echo, it vibrates back from further back, but it's happening for you to rattle the cage, to have you see possibly how you have your a little bit of your worth still attached to an outcome. And they're wanting to remove that because then that allows bigger flows of stuff to come in, if that makes sense. So hopefully that resonates, Sean. But that's what I'm feeling's coming in with those cards. Very interesting. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really looking at that and going, yeah. So your happiness is attached to being able to pay bills and and realizing that it doesn't have to, right? And I understand where you're coming from because a lot of my life, my journey has been I have like a stellium in my second house of Taurus, which is all about worth and abundance. And so a lot of my life, like my dad when we were younger, he was a salesman, and I grew up hearing about how he would judge people about their credit scores and different things like that. So I had this real fright of messing up and having my credit be low and my dad think low of me because my credit wasn't good. And so I freaked out about, making sure I had enough money, always paid bills, did everything I could to make sure that I always paid everything on time. And I had great stress and almost nervous breakdowns over making sure I had enough, enough, enough. And then, I mentioned earlier in this session, actually, after I had my first 2 relationships, I, um, you know, charged all this stuff up, co-signed, not for 1 car, but for 2 cars. And so I had all this debt to the point where I was like, I'd pay off enough on a credit card so that the credit card, I could use that to buy food, just to pay more on the credit card with a little bit of finance charge to do it. And I had all these tens of thousands, like a card of 10,000, another one of 5,000. I had like, so much debt, um, that I couldn't do it anymore. And I was just and that's when I declared bankruptcy, and, I felt so bad, and I can even remember when I was sitting across from I was gonna say divorce lawyer, the bankruptcy lawyer, and I felt so bad, and they were like, "Everyone deserves a second chance," and I was like, "What?" And I just realized in that moment, I was like, "This is about my dad. This is how I think that he's gonna feel bad about me." But this, stranger who I hardly knew at all told me that, and I almost cried, that I felt this relief of that my worth doesn't depend upon any of that stuff. And we're on this journey of finding our self-worth from the inside. The outside world just is, and we fear, what if I lose everything? It's like, you know what? What if I end up having to put myself in stuff in storage and I have to go sleep on a friend's couch or move in with a family member and just so I can get on my feet. What will people think? You know, people know it's hard. People know life is hard. And but we're the ones we learn through all this that I define who I am, not the outside world. That's retail price. Self-worth comes from inward and upward. And then when I connect with my higher self for my self worth and my self love, I realize I'm priceless because I am unconditionally and eternally loved by the mother and father of all things, all the spirit world. They don't have judgment. They love me for who I am. And so we realize I'm priceless and that the fickleness and the ups and downs and instability of the outside world, that's retail, right? We end up on the blue light special Kmart clearance rack when we define ourselves by the retail price of the outside world, because it all has to do with each individual person, how they perceive us, but how they perceive us is through the eyeglasses of how they perceive themselves. So we have no control over that, you know. But when we have that confidence and we find and we define our worth, then life changes and things do change in the outside world, and we just look and we change. And I know, like, your what you're looking for with your I forget what the word was that you used. Let me scroll up here. The sponsorships. Gosh, I can't need some more of my mushroom coffee. There's you know that the sponsorships represents my dream, and if I fail at my dream, we never fail at our dream. Sometimes we just have a detour. Sometimes we have a pause, and that's okay. Um, and we do what we do to live and not exist. And when we step out of the fear of what will the outside world thinks, and I turn to inward to decide who I am and what my worth is, then I make adjustments and changes. Like, I sold my condo and sold my truck and um, quit my corporate job and all this kind of stuff to live my dream. And here I ended up, I'm living in the basement of a best friend who invited me to do here. And I'm like, normally I would have went, oh, I'm such a big loser that I don't have a car. I used to judge people that didn't have cars. I'm like, oh, what a loser. Don't they know, like, a car, everyone needs a car. But when it came down to that, questioning these thoughts and beliefs, we release ourselves from these things. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Sean. I feel like that's more for the just you and me. I feel like that's humanity, but be kind to yourself. Okay. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, right now. So hang in there. Hopefully that helped a little bit. All right. So we did those. We did those. Okay. Answered those. Sorry, just scrolling down here. Make sure I'm not missing anyone here. All right. And then pens. Hello, hello. So you want to know, how are things going in your crush's head? Uh-oh. Regarding the most recent playful stuff you've done. Whoa. You're far from each other. You can't buy in person at the moment. Okay. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. So what's going on inside your crush's head? All right. So what do we have here? Oh, well. So we've got the 8 of Wands, which is a lot of energy, a lot of passion being ignited. And the Son of Cups is the Knight of Cups, movement of emotion too. So we got motion in the ocean and um, electricity with passion coming in here too. So very heightened emotion. That's a positive thing, and a little bit of riling up as well. A lot of attraction, physical attraction, energetic attraction, but emotional movement too. So feels like whatever this recent playful stuff you've done has had quite an impact on them. Um, so um, look out. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is a PG YouTube channel, so I have to keep it fairly clean. But I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I like it. Pen's very positive. So I would keep doing what you're doing. I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you. All right. Let me just make sure I'm at here. There we go. All right. And then Nelia, thank you so much for your donation. We'll jump down there. Thank you for the hot dog and for the donation. I am doing great. I like my new. I added some plants and I have some fairy lights, which is really fun. When I turn off my light, I leave those on when I'm not live and at night, and it's just like a nice ambiance. Yeah, soothing and calming. So thank you so much for mentioning it. So anyone or anything coming towards you, let's take a look here and see what spirit has for you here. That went in the middle there, though. All right. Let's see what we have coming in here. So at the bottom of the deck, you do have the 2 of Pentacles, which is, I feel like there's this 2 things that are coming to you in the outside world. So when we asked anything and anyone, I feel like they're saying yes, someone and something. Someone, I feel like you have the King of Pentacles coming in here. So very much this earth energy, someone very grounded. I like how their horns are rainbow colored there. Just shows their the groundedness and the connection they have. But definitely, I like that earth energy. Someone down to earth, someone, um, so it can be an earth sign actually, or a lot of earth in their chart. But I do feel like there is a very solid foundation of a person coming in. Let's see. That was the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else they have coming in here. Yeah, you know, you've got here the 3 of Wands, which is a change of direction, like entering a new a new portal, and the 4 of Pentacles is a solid foundation in the outside world. It can be home too, and so I feel like that's either gonna be a movement and a change of direction that you're taking based on new information that's coming into your life. That I don't know if you've been thinking about changing residence or changing location. That's very supported here, but it also can mean a change of how you're bringing in your stability in the outside world. So it could be change of job, change of career, change of your source of income, and stability in the outside world. So I feel like there's something coming here with that. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, movement of thought and belief and mindset. Um, could be a change in, I mean, definitely clarity, I feel, is coming in here regarding this, but I don't know if you've been looking at taking a course, take, some sort of education or uh, some sort of learning, I feel, is being activated within you too. Like you're wanting, and this could be additional training if you're wanting to enhance things at your current job or something that you have to go through training in a new job that would also be supported here. But it definitely feels like I'm wanting to learn something new with all of this coming in. Yeah, and the star card. So dreams come true energy and balancing energy. That two of pentacles is balance. And also, this star card here is about clarity around what your dream come true is. And that can be here um, about, and this can be where the education comes in too, or the certification or needing to learn something new. It's like, what is it that would make my heart sing? Like if there was if no money or anything, there were no obstacles, what is it that you would want to be remembered for? What kind of impact do you want to make in the world? How do you uniquely want to share the unconditional love in your heart with the world? I feel like that's what's coming in here with a bit. Yeah, even the high priest is here. So this is about stepping back, and the high priestess steps back, goes into our high priestess temple, connects to spirit. If we're not sure, like, can you give me clarity on my dream? Connecting to your higher self, going behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions. So with these three cards, these three kind of came out together on the end. It's like there's this really aha coming in here about what it is that the dream come true would be. um I know sometimes it's like, well, I want to be in a relationship and I want this and that, but imagine what after you have all that. If you can picture in your head, well, once I have all that, what is it that I would want to do? If I had no obstacles between what I want to share with the world, what would that look like? And sit with that. I feel like it's important because there is a lot of clarity that's coming your way. And I feel like you're going to be at this, let's say, like a decision points coming up here in your life of where you want to go and what you want to do. My little candles dancing back there. Can see it at the corner of my eye. There it is. That's the brightness. That's the hermit energy. Let the light guide you, right? Let's see here. What else do we have here for this Akashic Truth Oracle? Yeah, pay attention. Look, even looking in that telescope says you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Yeah. So, again, it's like looking at the stars and finding out what your North Star is to help guide you. Um, so I like that. Even with marriage and with, finding someone, that's not it's about knowing what your life is, and then you meet someone and then you both become part of each other's lives. You don't become each other's lives, and you're not going to live their life. You're going to be living your life, they're going to live their life, and you guys are going to overlap and live your lives together. But a big core of who you are is the star card, is this dream. So I love that for you. Just a little thing there, Nelia, that's all. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right, so Friday Doon. Hello, hello. So you have one question. that you love have the same feelings for you that you have for him. All right, let's take a look here. Take a quick sip here, sorry. All right. All right. So we've got the Two of Pentacles that I just put this card back in and came flying back out. But the Two of Pentacles shows cycles, right? And I feel like what comes in here is that no one feels for us exactly as we feel for someone else because our we can't give love to someone else more than to the extent that we love ourselves, nor can we receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves, right? So if I love myself that much, no matter how much love I want to give, there's going to be a drip. No matter how much someone loves me, it's just going to trickle in, right? So if I love someone this much and then they've loved someone that much, it's not going to feel the same. Um, and and I feel like they are going through this transformation here because they've got the Hanged Man, which is like a cocoon, and they got the Seven of Wands, which is about them trying to be true to their authentic self, trying not to dim their light, not trying to ask permission to shine and be themselves. So they're in kind of this transformational type place here where they don't have the ability to feel the same way that you feel about them because you guys feel differently about yourselves. So you can only feel a certain way with others. But they are attracted. That Seven of Wands energy, I feel there is an attraction there. And that's what they've been taught kind of to express themselves. They haven't been able to have these emotional experiences. So they look at passion, they look at attraction over emotion because they don't have a whole lot of emotion to give, so they don't understand emotion, if that makes sense. But there's attraction there, but, if you're looking for to someone to love you like you love yourself, they don't have that capacity right now, in their life right now. So I know, I'm sorry. So they're in a big reflective period of time right now too, so, you know, they're growing and they're learning, they're adapting, but I feel like it's nice, you have this great attraction, but if you're looking for love, they're not gonna be able to give that to you, to the extent you want it, so that's what's going in there, my dear, my dear, my dear, my dear. So hang in there. I know. All right. So many blessings to you. I think that's everyone, except for I have a couple donations. So Nelly would be up, and then Gerenaroo. Thank you. I think I just got your Cash App just came through. So and I'm going to be headed out here in about 10 minutes. So these will be my last two readings for this evening. So, Nelia, thank you for your additional donation. And you want to know what will Megan and Keen's relationship be like? All right. Will they date? General, let's take a look here. So, what are Megan and Keen's relationship be like? Okay. Wow. Will they date? Okay. And general. All right. So let's take a look here. What would their relationship be like? All right. All right. Okay. What else do we got here? Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, let's answer will they date because I feel like here they got the lovers card coming in answer to that, and then the Knight of Wands, which is also movement of passion. So I feel like they move into dating, passion very quickly and dating very quickly. So I feel like it they and then the relationship comes quickly after that. um, they've got this kind of dreamy come true kind of energy, and um, the Queen of Cups coming in here, a lot of deep emotion that comes in here. So very emotional connection here. Even the Moon card coming in, there's a lot of just it's like a sea of emotion between them. So there is this I don't know, maybe there's this moon is kind of this past life kind of energy that comes with him. And the death card coming in too is like the reincarnation. With all this combination, I feel like they do have this draw to each other, a lot of past life stuff that comes in that brings all this in. So they have that there. Now, they do work out, they've got some conflict here. With every relationship has it, right? But we've got the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles that has this that comes in. So, it's not going to be all roses. It's going to be, sad roses and thorns too. But and it happens of because they move so fast, I feel, when we have one little thing that comes up at a time, we can work it out, right? But when you rush into things and 50 things all hit at the same time, it's hard to get through that. And I feel like they do. I feel like they, with that death and rebirth card that comes in here for the general part of it, I feel like that the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, does bring him a lot of clarity, a lot of movement and understanding that comes in. So I feel like they learn a lot about relationships with each other. They've got great communication skills. So I'm not sure if they're both, I don't know if they're both air signy or they have a lot of air compatibility, but I feel like they're able to talk things through. And that's what gets them through that here. So it feels very strong for me, even though it moves fast, it's furious, it's full of a lot of emotion, a lot of passion, a lot of communication. And of course, I feel like they feel things very deeply, both of them. So I feel like in that they relate to that, it causes a lot of, but it also, you know, and it almost feels twin flamey, but not. Twin flamey is like Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, where they're tied together with this rope and they've got, one hand dipped in glass and they're, this is more um great extreme passion, great extreme growth and opportunity, but I don't feel like it's, quite to the extreme as twin flames. So that's what's coming in there for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Gerenaru, thank you so much for your donation. I don't see a question from you yet, Gerenaru. So be sure to put that down there. And Maria, I'll try to get you guys both in here. Might be a little late to my might need to come back for one reading here because I'm leaving here in a couple minutes. But I don't think I saw a question from you, Gerenaru. So be sure to put that down in the chat here. So Maria, hello. Thank you for your donation via the PayPal. For the sake of time, I'm going to jump into yours. So you want, of course, Walter's thoughts and feelings. So thoughts and feelings and what's coming for you this weekend. Whoops. There we go. And then the separation. Update on the separation. All right. So thoughts. Yeah, they're in this cocoon, right? We've talked about it before. This is a great way to see it here too, about how they're going, um, transforming and s- discovering their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, this freedom that's coming. So again, they're cutting away the old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to blind them and bind them and make them feel trapped, right? All right. And the feelings, well, I got the lovers card coming in here, which you get these cards so much it cracks me up. And the tower card too. So, they have these feelings, but there's the tower. They don't want to build something quickly that burns down fast too. But they do have the feelings, that very important relationship energy coming in here. But again, they're waiting for the destruction of one tower before they build another. They don't want the new building of the new tower to burn down, like, when the old one's burning down, it doesn't want it to fall over on the new one and burn it down too. So that's funny. So it's like, I want that to finish, destruction, move away all that, and then I can start building something new on that. So I like that. For you guys this weekend. All right. I like this. This is the world card is the ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure that comes in. So, and along with that is the Father of Wands, the King of Wands. So there is movement of that energy, and the Son of Swords. So there it feels like there is communication coming in here this weekend with the Knight of Swords that comes in here. And what I like about the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, is the Knight of Wands is like a little baby chihuahua or a young chihuahua that runs around humping everyone's legs. It has no self control. King, the king, though, it's like the difference between a young, um, very passionate prince who can't control himself and his urges, and then a king who understands when it is appropriate to express passions and when it's not. So I feel like there's this cycle starting, and I feel like things are continuing. The ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure. That new adventure, fool's energy, is this energy of no expectations. Let's see what adventure unfolds. Let's just see what goes. Let's not try to block it all in, right? So I like that. And then how's the separation coming along? Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity coming up here. So things are progressing. There is this, timing of a new beginning in the outside world. So I feel like they are finding somewhere to be and somewhere to go, and that things are starting to unfold in the outside world with that. So I like that. All right, Maria. So that's what they have. Quick update there for you. Thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. And then Roo, you want to know, what is your job going to say? What is my job going give me a bad discharge? So I'm not sure I'm understanding that, but Spirit will know. So we'll pull cards here and see what they have here. So what's going on with the job regarding this discharge that they want you to know about here? All right. So we've got those. They do want all three of those. All right. Let's see what we have here. I had shuffled all these, and on the bottom of the deck here, you've got this balancing out of things. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords coming in here. And this is a new opportunity and new clarity coming in here in the outside world for you. Yeah, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. Yeah, and then the Two of Pentacles, the balancing of things in the outside world. So something that's been kind of building for a while, and this cycle that has been repeating is coming to an end here. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, because here you got the Father of Wands coming in here, the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, which is victory and flow, and also the Six of Swords. which is movement, leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking too. So there is this energy and this change coming in, but I feel like it's with this King of Wands, there is this energy of you choosing, yeah, and making decisions to go in a different direction. Yeah, because I mean, you had the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You also have the Ace of Wands that's coming in. So all this new beginnings, and sometimes it's hard for us to see, to because we're taught when this happens, this means something bad, but we can look at life differently too. And you've got the 10 of swords, endings and beginnings, and you also have the 8 of wands, which is fast moving. It's almost like tower energy, something being removed out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, so that you can move forward into something that's more in alignment with your higher self. It's clearing things out of your way so you can move forward and move in that direction. 10 of swords is letting go of the people pleasing and the supposed to be and the should be, the need to be, the have to be, etc. with all of that. And it's refreshing. It's getting out of a kind of a toxic situation where we felt caged and trapped and not appreciated. And it's like a fresh start. I feel that's coming in here for you. So I do feel like, we have this energy of, you know again, it's the everything that happens in our life does unfold for us. And we can feel like, in this place of life is happening to us, and we do come here to feel like what it might feel like to feel like a victim, and things are happening bad, and that. But when we're done feeling that, we can realize, what, I can trust that everything in my life does happen for me to bring stuff to my face so that I can be free of things and move in a direction that's more in alignment with my high heart. And that's what I feel's coming in there for you, Joanna. So hang in there. Yay! It'll look better on the other side. Hey, Elena. Actually, I'm headed out. I'm 2 minutes late and going to my other session, so I won't be able to do any more readings for this evening. But come back. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and then also Sunday. Yeah, look, here is your final for Joanna. Your little bonus card is walk away. And it says, you're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned with your soul's purpose. You can't make that up. It's exactly what we just said. So, confirmation. So, hang in there. And that's what they have for you. So thank you again for your donation, and thank you guys so much for all your love and all your support. I so appreciate you. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Mountain Time for free readings, and tomorrow night at 6, and then also on Sunday at 11 a.m. So if you'd like to join me then, I'd love to see you. Until then, much love. Remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.